Good morning, everyone. We are continuing here in the words of the Horowitz HaChaim in the Sefer Mitzvahs HaKatzar, where Mitzvahs Loisa say the negative commandment, Pei Gimel, number 83. Shaloi la'asais avel b'midos u'mishkalais. You're not allowed to do wrong with measures and with weights. You cannot trick somebody in false measurements. Shenemar, like it says in the Torah, loisasu avel b'mishpat. Do not do wrong in mishpat, in judgment. B'mida, b'mishkol, u'b'msura. Not in midah, not in size, not in weight, or msura. We'll see what that is. V'darshu Chazal, the sages expound on this verse. B'mishpat, what does it mean in judgment? Is a mishpat amidah. It's referring to the system of standards, of sizes and weights. B'mida, b'mishkol, in size and in weight. You cannot be lacking anything in the standard size or weight that the people of that country, that place that you are in, have agreed upon. So too, when you want to give somebody, you want to sell somebody a piece of land, you cannot be a shyster over here and end up measuring the land for your benefit and not including everything that is in that land, or making the size larger than it really is. Really, the house is 1,891 square feet. But you write on the paper that you round it up, it's 1,900 square feet. It's not true. So you just fool the person in order to be able to get more money for the sale. Ubimsura, what does it mean imsura? Even a very small measurement, which is known as imsura, it's a 36th of a log, of a lug, a loig, which means that it's a very, very small measurement of measures of weights and liquid and the like. And nevertheless, even on something so small, a person has to be honest. If that's what it weighs out to be, or that's what it costs, that's what you have to do. There's a very famous Maisa with the Horowitz HaChaim. The Horowitz HaChaim provided for himself and his family, not through his learning and not through being a Rosh Hashiva, but rather he provided for them through having a little makolet, a little market in the town of Radin, where he sold, small wares, salt, sugar, flour, oil, basic things that people needed for their homes. And the Horowitz HaChaim obviously was very successful because everybody knew how honest he was, and therefore everybody wanted to come to his store. He only kept the store open long enough to be able to make the amount of money that he needed for that particular day. And the moment that he saw in the register that there was enough money to survive for the day, he would close his store. So I can imagine everybody was vying for the Horowitz HaChaim store. They knew he was only open for a few hours every single day. But when he realized that even those couple of hours that he was open a day, he was hurting the business of his competitors, he closed the store altogether, not to chas v'chalila, God forbid, cause another Jew to lose his parnasa. But the famous story, one of the famous stories of the Horowitz HaChaim is that after a person had left, quite some time afterwards, he looked at the scale. The person had bought some sugar or salt, and he looked at the scale and he saw there were a few granules of that salt or sugar that was still left on the scale. And he realized that he did not put it all into the bag that the person had paid for. So he began running out of the store, and he looked around and he saw, did anybody see this man? It was too long already since he had left. He was no longer there. So what did the Horowitz HaChaim do? He couldn't find him. So he took a bag of the salt or the sugar, and he went from door to door in the town, and he gave everybody a little pinch of salt, a little pinch of sugar. And he said, if you're the one that was in my store and I forgot to give you the few granules that were left on the scales here, and he went all around and he gave everybody until he felt that that's the only way that he could redeem himself from being not particular with the weights and the measures. There's a serious prohibition over here. Obviously, we see the way the Horowitz HaChaim acted towards it, and therefore we have to be careful to make sure that when we are in the business of weighing and measuring, or selling things that are based upon size and number and the like, we have to be honest to make sure that we are giving over and selling what we say we are selling and giving over to the buyer. Have a wonderful day.